Hello Prepsters. So welcome back to another video. I hope you are liking the series of videos that we have recently introduced. If yes, please comment it down in the comment section below, and if not, you are free to give your suggestions to us as well so we can work on that as well, right? So for this particular video, as you have already read the title, this is going to be one of those videos which a lot of students have queries about: how to study more in less time. Yes, this can happen to you a lot of times when your exams are coming, exams are next week, and you haven't studied anything in the anticipation that you're going to study the next week, and that next week is the exam. So what do you do then? You are in a puddle and you don't know how to come up with a proper study schedule which is going to prepare you for the examinations. And a lot of times students get confused, get anxious, get nervous, and ultimately don't do good in their exams. So let's start discussing this principle. So we have 5 basic principles for you, which if you incorporate in your study schedule, I promise you that you are going to retain a little more than you would have without these principles. So let's start talking about them. So the first principle that we are going to talk about is keeping your phones away. Yes, I know a lot of people must have told you, keep your phone away while studying, keep your phone away, it is very distracting. But yes, even if you're not understanding how distracting it can be, it can impact your retention ability to a higher degree. So what you can do is just keep your phone away, switch off all of the networks, your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your internet connectivity, and keep it away in a place where you cannot see it, because once you see it, you will feel the urge to go pick it up and again scroll some social media, right? So keep it in a place where you cannot see it. Give it to your elder sister, siblings, mother, someone who will not give you the phone even if you beg it for, right? And that is how you can retain a little more confidence, a little more knowledge than you actually would have, because phones can get very distracting no matter what, right? So keeping your phones away is the first most basic principle. The second principle is take a break every 30 to 60 minutes. I know it can get very monotonous if you're reading continuously or you're studying continuously for 2 to 3 to 4 hours, but at the end of the day, you have not retained even 50% of what you've studied. That is because your brain gets fatigued by continuously reading and not having any breaks. So if you keep whipping something continuously for 2 to 3 hours, it gets bad, right? It won't retain its shape, it will get bad. And why does that happen? Because you're not giving it enough rest, right? So that is what happens with our minds as well. So if you give it some break in between, your mind is going to get freshened up after every 1 hour and is ready to put in more information, more study material than it could retain if you had not given any break. So what you can do is, you can study for let's say 55 minutes and then give yourself a 5 minutes break, and again after 5 minutes you can restart the same cycle, right? So what you can do in those 5 minutes break, the first thing is don't pick up your phone, because again if you pick up your phone, you are going to waste at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes to 1 hour. That is what happens. Even us personally, we do that, right? So don't pick up your phone when you're going onto a break. Just go have a walk, drink some water, talk to someone who can encourage you, who can motivate you for further studies as well, right? So 55 minutes of studies and 5 minutes of break, or you can also be a little generous or a little kind to you, and you study for 15 minutes and then take 10 minutes of break. That is allowed. Okay, that is the second principle. Coming towards the third principle, which is engage more into online learning. Now, I know you will agree with me that the more content you see online, like you retain those content even more than what you are reading onto a newspaper. So if you're watching a news online or on TV or on let's say any social media platform, you are going to retain that particular news more than what you are reading in a newspaper, right? So that is a proven fact that audio visuals have a greater impact on your brain than the written formats. So what you can do is you can engage into more online learning, online videos, online podcasts that can help you to increase your concentration level and your retention level as well, right? So engage more into online learning. The next principle that we can talk about is dedicate some time for daily revision. So this is one mistake which all of us have repeatedly done, is we are going to study for the entire week or the entire month, and then we keep, let's say, the last night before the examinations for overall revision. And when we are revising that particular night, you understand and you come to a fact that whatever you have studied for the entire week or for the entire month has gone into the air. Why does that happen? Because you try to keep into a lot of things in your brain for the extended period of 1 month or 1 week, and then when you sit for the revisions, half of that is already gone. Half of that is already forgotten. So daily revisions can help you out to re-emphasize on the study material that you have gone through the last day or the last hour. So what you can do is, let's say you have studied today for 3 to 4 hours. So when you're sitting tomorrow for another session of studying, what you can do is dedicate at least a half hour or 30 minutes to revision, right? To revise what you have studied yesterday. So once you brush up through all the important pointers and then you start off with a new session of studying, you will retain more information than you would have if you have not revised it, right? So again, dedicate at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes to prior revision and then start off with a new set of studies, right? So that can be one of the principles which you can incorporate in your study schedule. The next is use mnemonics or stories. Now you would have heard a lot of times that it was a time when we were in the college days and we were trying to memorize a periodic table, right? So the first 18 elements or first 11 elements, how did you memorize it? You had given every element one particular name, right? So let's say it was Happy Henry lives beside Baron Cottage, right? So you have HHELB. So you have all of those short forms and you start every new word with the initials of that particular element. So that is how you kept your mnemonics ready. So whenever you were asked to write down, let's say, the fifth element, you can go through, memorize and recollect that entire funny sentence and you know instantly which was the fifth element. So that is mnemonics. So whenever you are studying anything, try to associate that particular material, that particular topic with a thing in front of you or with a thing that you can remember when you are needed, right? So when you're associating your studies with some living thing or with something which is in front of you and you can recollect it at the time of the need, that can help you to retain more information than if you had not done this, right? So using mnemonics and stories can help you to study more in less time or recollect more at the time of need. Alright, so those were the 5 top principles that you would need to study more in less time. I hope it helps you out. But with that, we also have some new bonus principles for you as well. The first is share your knowledge, right? So whatever you're studying, if you have a good knowledge of one particular subject, share your knowledge with your friends, right? So those who do not have a great knowledge, let's say you are very good in physics, share your knowledge with your friends who are not very good in physics, right? So when you are teaching them, you are recollecting your thoughts or recollecting your study, recollecting your topics, and that is going to help you out to brush up your skills completely. Now you can do it vice versa as well. Let's say your friend is good in biology or chemistry. You can ask the person to share his or her knowledge to you about chemistry. That way his knowledge on chemistry will also be revised instantly, right? So sharing your knowledge is very important. Lastly, yes, we have another bonus tip for you, which is a healthy lifestyle. I know you would say that how is it going to help me in studying more? But let me tell you, a healthy lifestyle, which is sleeping early, getting up early, eating good, drinking good amount of water, is actually going to help you out, is actually going to benefit you in concentration level. So the more healthier lifestyle you have, the better concentration ability you will discover within yourself. So maintaining a healthy lifestyle, not staying awake until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock at night if you're not studying. Some people prefer to study at night. If you're studying, then you can balance your sleep schedule according to that. So at least have 7 to 8 hours of sleep and then start your day afresh, right? So that way, if you're having a healthy lifestyle, your concentration levels and your retention levels is also going to increase. So those were all the tips and the bonus tips for you to study more in less time, and I hope it helps you out. If it does, let us know in the comment section for the next time, and if it doesn't, let us know that also, and we are going to come up with newer skills and newer abilities on how you can study more in less time. So that is it for this video. Make sure that you're subscribing, you're liking this video, and also commenting below. And until then, thank you so much for watching this video. We'll meet you again for our next video.